Good morning, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Now, as it's almost the end of December, I thought I would make a video on my top 5 albums of 2017. Now, last year I made the same video, but I only chose albums that I physically owned on vinyl, and I'm not going to be doing that this year. This is just going to be a more general top 5 albums, but the reason that I'm not doing it is because while I've been buying a lot of vinyl, I realized before I was making this video that I really haven't been buying very much vinyl that actually came out this year. So if I were to only include albums that were released in 2017 that I also owned on vinyl, it would just be a very short list. I should really hurry up and actually buy the records that I'm going to be talking about today. And also, I feel like I need to mention that the National's new album, Sleep Well Beast, I'm like 95% sure would definitely be on this list, but I just haven't got around to listening to it properly yet. And this list was quite difficult to make because there's been a lot of really cool music that has come out this year, and I feel like I should mention some of the artists that I kind of wanted to include but ended up not including for various reasons. So a quick shout out for Oh Wonder Ultra Life, Yo Massey Life in Boxes, Lights, Skin and Earth, The Midnight Nocturnal, and Hillsong United Wonder. So album 1 on this list, and it's not in any particular order, is called 5. It's by The Horrors and was released on the 22nd of September. I've been a big fan of The Horrors since Strange House, which was one of my sort of iconic art A-level albums. When I was at school, one of the A-levels that I took was art, and whenever we were like actually doing any art in that lesson and not just doing research, we were allowed to listen to music through speakers or headphones or whatever, and that album I listened to so much. I thought I was like the edgiest kid in the whole place. I wasn't. I was just one of the few guys in a very small posh school that had an earring. But I love with The Horrors how each of their albums has a very different flavor and color to it in general, but still kind of retains the personality and the vibe of the band. It's such a cool album. The production and the mixing is just like on another level for that band. Favorite tracks on that are Hologram, Point of No Reply, Weighed Down, and Something to Remember Me By, which is just such an awesome song. Next album on this list was released on the 2nd of June this year. It's called Relaxer, and it's by the awesome trio Alt J. I reviewed this album a few months ago, and if you saw that, then you'll know that I wasn't totally convinced by it. I didn't think it was as good as I wanted it to be, but it's definitely a grower. And similarly to The Horrors, I feel like each of their albums is very much that band, but just different colors of that band. And the more I've listened to the record, the more I've appreciated just how well executed that is on the album. Some elements of the arranging and production I thought were really refreshing and really well done, and it's just got this certain flow about it that I've just come to really appreciate. I still don't think that it's some sort of unprecedented work of genius like some people seem to, but I do think that it is kind of deserving of a spot on this list, at least for me, because I listen to it a lot now and I really like it. Favorite tracks are Adeline, Cold Blood, and Pleader. The next album on this list that came out on the 9th of June this year is obviously going to be London Grammar's The Truth Is a Beautiful Thing Deluxe Edition. I was so gutted that I didn't get to pick up one of the deluxe edition vinyl that they released for this album. I can remember holding it in Spiller's Records in Cardiff, looking at it thinking, I should definitely buy this because it's a limited edition, deluxe edition pressing. And then I think I just got distracted by something else, forgot about it, left the shop, and then when I remembered, obviously it had been sold. And now it's going to cost me like 60 to 80 quid on Discogs to pick one up. But yeah, this album is absolutely beautiful. I can remember wanting new music from them for so long, and when the album did actually drop, it wasn't disappointing at all. I mean, there are a few moments when it almost sounds slightly too similar to some of their previous work, and 1 or 2 of the tracks on it I found a little bit boring, most notably being the title track, The Truth Is a Beautiful Thing. I still don't find that song particularly interesting, but I definitely think that the rest of the album just makes up for it because it's absolutely stunning. Favorite tracks on this are Different Breeds, Leave the War With Me, and Big Picture, which is easily one of my favorite songs of the whole year. The penultimate album on this list came out on the 14th of April. It's called The Search for Everything by the dashingly handsome John Mayer. I was only introduced to John Mayer by someone suggesting that I review it, which I did, and if you watch that review, you'll know that I absolutely love the album. I think it's so well done and well put together. The songs contrast each other really well, but even in the more emotional ones, you get that kind of slightly lively John Mayer songwriting style. It's charming, emotional, upbeat, introspective, and I love it. Favorite songs are Emoji of a Wave, Changing, and Love on the Weekend. And finally, number 5 on this list of my top releases of 2017 is not actually an album, it's an EP. It's by Chiasmus and it's called Blurred. As you may know, I am a big fan of Chiasmus. I still haven't picked this one up on vinyl. I really need to get on that, don't I? Loads of these albums, in fact, I think all of the albums that I've mentioned I don't own on wax, but I really want to own on wax, and it sucks. Anyway, this EP was released on the 6th of October this year, and my only real disappointment with it was that it wasn't a full album. Sonically, it follows very well in the footsteps of their previous releases, these sort of emotional, ethereal, driven soundscapes that just take you to like another place. It's amazing. I can't really talk about it that much in detail just because it's one of those things you have to sort of listen to. Favorite tracks on this are Shed and the Bonobo remix of Blurred. I've been a big fan of Bonobo for years, and I just love the way that already brilliant track has been reworked and just is magical. So there we go. Those are my top 5 releases releases of 2017, and I feel like this isn't the most well thought out list I could have come up with. I've been really busy recently and didn't have time to like do loads of research into this, and I probably could have come up with a better list, or at least I'll probably be reminded in the comments of albums that I'll be like, F why didn't I include that on this list, for which I apologise, I don't know. But those are the ones that really sort of leapt out to me as the ones that I thought were some of the best, or at least some of the ones that I enjoy the most. With any kind of top 5 releases of 2017 video, it's always going to be a really personal thing, and I'm not necessarily choosing those records because those are the ones that I feel are, you know, from a technical and musical composition standpoint, the most, you know, brilliant and advanced. It's just those are the ones that have sort of meant the most to me, that I have listened to the most, and that I have enjoyed listening to the most. So yeah, I would love to know what you think. Do you agree or disagree with any of my choices? Do you think that some of them just shouldn't be on there at all? And most importantly, what are some of your favourite releases of 2017? Let me know all of that down in the comments section. I'll be going through, checking them out, and I love discovering new music, so let me know what you think is deserving of that title for you, and I'll be really fascinated to see what you choose. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you very soon.